Joining us now is Congressman Nick Langworthy, a Republican from New York, member of the House Oversight Committee. You can see just outside the Capitol there, down the road from us. Congressman, thanks for joining us here on the Hill. So, House Oversight Committee staff brief today. What stood out to you the most?
Well, I did not take the classified briefing because I wasn't going to take the bait and get shut out of any conversations on this topic. But everybody that has come out of this briefing has said that, really they were very disappointed that this is a shut case already. This is the most surveilled building in the world. It's one of the most secure places on the planet. And we don't know who walked in there with a bag of cocaine. I think that's really sad, and I think what's on full display here, once again, like it is almost on a weekly basis, is we have, two sets of laws in this country, laws for everyone else and laws for the Bidens.
So you think that the Secret Service is trying to protect the Bidens here?
Well, I think that they certainly answer to the administration, and the administration wants this story to go away. As one of your panelists mentioned, the story has changed as to where the cocaine was found, and the timeline has changed along the way. There's only so many people that have access to these spaces, and I assure you that if there was a major international question or a security breach, they would know precisely who was in what parts of the building, when and where. I think it's awful convenient that this is just
so do you think they know whose cocaine it was? If you think they're covering up for the first family and the administration, do you think they have an answer here and they're just not telling us?
I think it's definitely possible. I mean, how many people had access to the building at that time? I mean, I think they don't want to go through the trouble to put the proof forward. So it's either going to implicate, someone very close to the president or someone, on his senior staff or within his staff. And that is going to be something that's very embarrassing to the administration. So they're going to just consider the matter closed right now.
Secret Service protects Democrats. They protect Republicans. They protect former Democrats and former Republicans. Do you trust them?
I absolutely think the Secret Service are extremely brave. They're there to protect lives. They're not there to be, the cocaine police of the White House. The fact that this question mark is hanging over the White House's head right now is very embarrassing for the administration. I think if any lawmaker in this Capitol, this happened in their office, it'd be certainly something that we'd want full investigations into our own staffs, and we'd want answers. The fact that this is being left so open-ended for the American people, who now have a question of, is there a drug problem in the White House if there's bags of cocaine being left out on a table or in a corner? It's really not the best look for the leader of the free world to have this on his staff.
Do you personally believe that? And then I got to run, because that's a pretty big implication that you just made.
Do I personally believe what?
That there's a drug problem in the White House, as you just said, Congressman. That there's a drug problem in the White House.
If there is someone that is, I'm not saying that there's a widespread drug problem, but there's clearly somebody that brought cocaine into the building on a large scale. This wasn't a small amount. And I think that this is something that the American people do deserve answers for. It's really a shame that we see an open and shut case just so easy.